Hello, and welcome back to English Podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a very, very powerful rule. It is a rule that successful people use, but many people hate. The rule is simple. Never share your plans. Let me ask you a question. When you have a big idea, a new business, a new diet, a trip to another country, what is the first thing you want to do? You want to tell your friend. You want to post it on Facebook. You are excited. You want everyone to know. We think that telling people is a good thing. We think it makes us more committed. We want people to say, "Wow, great job. I'm proud of you." But I am here to tell you that this feeling, this applause you get before you even start, is a trap. It is a dangerous trick your brain is playing on you. In this first episode, we are going to look inside your brain. We will understand why we love to talk about our plans, and why this talking is actually stopping you from succeeding. Let's explore First, we must understand why we share. Humans are social animals. We like being part of a group. Since we were cavemen, we wanted connection. When we are happy, we want to share the happiness. When we have a plan, we feel powerful, and we want to show that power to others. It feels good when a friend says, "I support you." It makes us feel loved. But there is a scientific reason for this good feeling. Let me explain it simply. It's about a little chemical in your brain called dopamine. Dopamine is the happy chemical. It's the feeling of reward. When you finish a big project, your brain gets dopamine. It says, "Good job." But here is the trick. Our brain is very powerful, but sometimes it is silly. Cannot always tell the difference between reality and imagination. When you tell someone your plan, and they applaud you, your brain creates dopamine. Feels good. Feels like you already succeeded. Your brain tells you, "Good job. You are amazing." The brain already got the reward chemical just by talking, before you did any work. Let's look at a story to understand this better. Let's meet Peter. Peter is an average guy. He wants to lose weight. For years, he has tried to be healthy, but he always stops. This time, he is very excited. He says, "This is the year." What does Peter do? Before he goes to the gym, before he eats a vegetable, he picks up his phone. He creates a beautiful post for social media. He writes, "Today is day one of my total life transformation. Watch me get fit." He uses a picture of his new gym shoes. Peter hits post. He waits. 1 minute, 5 minutes. Then the likes start coming. People start commenting, "You got this, Peter. So proud of you, buddy. Amazing." Peter reads these comments. He smiles. He feels incredible. He feels like a new person already. The happy dopamine is flooding his brain. He spent 3 hours replying to comments. He feels so committed. But the next morning, Peter wakes up early to go to the gym. It is cold. He is tired. He thinks, I don't feel like going today. Everyone already knows I'm committed. They already applauded me. I already got that good feeling. I can go tomorrow." Peter already got the reward just by talking. So his motivation to do the real hard work of exercising goes down. Peter is trapped. Now think about what is happening here. Success requires pressure. Success requires a fire inside you. Like a rocket engine needs pressure to lift the rocket into the sky. When you stay silent about your plans, that pressure builds up. You have an idea, and you have no other way to get the dopamine happy feeling except by doing the work. The pressure pushes you to take action. But when you talk about your plans, it is like taking a tiny needle and putting it into a balloon. You release the pressure. All that excitement, all that energy, it escapes through your mouth in words. You feel relaxed. You feel satisfied. And because you feel relaxed, you don't take action. There is another danger. When you talk, you use a lot of energy. Telling a story uses emotional and physical energy. You feel like you did something, but you didn't. You used the energy that you needed for the actual work. Successful people understand this invisible pressure. They hold the excitement inside. They don't want the happy feeling now. They want the real victory later. Now let's look at the second story. Meet Maria. Maria has a dream. She wants to write a book. She has the perfect idea. Like Peter, she is very excited. Her heart is beating fast. But Maria uses the rule of silence. She does not post on social media. She does not tell her family. She does not tell her best friend. Nobody knows her plan. How does Maria feel? She feels lonely. She feels the excitement inside her, like a fire. Sometimes she is nervous. Sometimes she wants to share. But she does not. When Maria wakes up every morning at 5 a.m. to write, it is very, very hard. But the only way she can feel happy, the only way she can get her reward, is by finishing a chapter. Her brain is hungry for dopamine. But the only food for her brain is real progress. Because she is silent, all her focus and all her pressure goes into writing. The pressure builds and builds, and it pushes her through the hard days. 1 year later, Maria publishes her book. Then she tells everyone. Now, people are not saying, "Great plan." They are saying, "Congratulations on the reality." The dopamine she gets now is real, and it is lasting. Maria understands the psychology of silence. She chose the hard path of silence, and it led to the real destination. The final psychological danger I want to talk about today is the danger of promises. When you tell someone, "I am going to become a doctor," you are making a promise about the future. It is a big promise. It makes you feel important. It makes people look at you with respect. But what happens if you cannot finish the promise? What if medical school is too difficult? What if you change your mind? When you tell everyone, you are putting a lot of external pressure on yourself. Now, you are not working because you love medicine. You are working because you are afraid of what people will say if you quit. This kind of pressure is negative. Creates stress, not motivation. If you keep your plan silent, you are free. You are only responsible to yourself. If the plan fails, it is okay. You learn something and you can try something new. The secret plan is flexible. The public promise is a cage. Today, we learned the first big secret. We love to share our plans because it feels good immediately. It releases the happy chemical dopamine. But this good feeling tricks our brain into thinking we have already succeeded, which lowers our motivation to do the actual work. Telling people your plan is like letting the air out of a balloon. It releases the necessary pressure to take action. Silent plans, like a silent rocket engine, hold that pressure and use it to fly. Your homework for this week is very simple but very hard. Take your biggest, most exciting plan right now. And do not tell anyone. Feel the fire inside you. Feel the lonely pressure. And use that pressure to do one real action toward that goal today. Don't talk about the destination. Start the walking. In our next episode, part 2, we are going to look outside your brain. We will talk about the dangers of other people's opinions. What happens when you tell people and they criticize you? Or worse, when they subtly sabotage your success. Stay strong. Stay silent. And let's grow fluency together, one silent step at a time. Thank you for listening to English Podcast. I am your host. Keep your mouth closed, keep your mind open, and I will see you in part 2. Goodbye for now.